Hey guys, and thanks for tuning back in to Karma Challenge. This here's Joe as always, and today we're gonna play a new series to us, City Skylines. Now, I did record one episode of this before already. It was supposed to go up yesterday, but unfortunately, for some reason, my recording software just could not handle it. It just kept freaking out every time I tried to edit it, and I think it's just because like I did almost a 2-hour recording, and I think that the particular recording software that I have just can't handle that much content all at once. So I got a timer going here, and we're gonna make sure that these are only like half-hour episodes. So hopefully we can get in and get some stuff done. I am going to start a new game because I think it's a little unfair to you guys to just to go in and have like part of the city already built and just like not see it kind of built up from the ground up. I want you guys, to kind of learn with me. That does mean, obviously, that I do know some of the controls. I do not know all of the controls. I went into this game completely blind. I have not looked anything up for this game. I've just been learning it all, like, intuitively. So anything that I've picked up from, like, the last episode, I'll share with you guys in here as I'm building this new city here. But, I mean, other than that, like, you didn't miss much. I was still in the real early stages. I got like the first like 2 or 3 milestones, and if you've never seen anything to do with this game, then you might not know what the milestones are. Basically, once you get to a certain height, I'm trying to figure out how to. There we go. Once you get to a certain height, you not a certain height. Once you get to a certain population density, you get milestones and earn like money and stuff. Basically, it just gives you a little extra income if you needed it. And I have OCD, so everything is going to be as symmetrical as I can possibly make it. I'm going to zoom out just so I can make sure that this is a straight line here. And I'm just giving us lots of territory to kind of work with. I don't plan on using all of those roads quite yet, and clearly I need to save more money for like the water plants and whatnot. Just to kind of get us started, gonna do a water pump station. We're gonna pump it directly into the river right here. Then we're going to get a water drain station, and we're going to put it a little ways down from the water pump, and see how the river is flowing this way. We want it on this side, so that the drain isn't, or the pump isn't sucking up the water drain. And then we need power for that as well, which I'm going to try to do all green power. For basically our entire population here. I just want to try my very best to power everything with like wind farms and stuff like that. I'm probably going to spend too much money on this to begin with, but I need to set up the basics. And then we will get a water pipe going so that it covers this entire road here, or as much as we can get. I want to go about here. Alright, yeah, so I can't cover all this distance just yet, so we will make a marker about here is where our city is going to end for now. Now we go down to like the zoning, and at the beginning we only have 3 zones, and that's residential, commercial, and industrial. And I'm going to put industrial all down here, and then follow it up with some commercial. and then everything else that we have right now is going to be residential. I might put some more commercial over here, and you can change like how much of this gets filled in and whatnot, but right now it doesn't really matter for us. I am going to, in fact, put some commercial here, but I really don't like the camera in this game. Like the camera controls, it's all controlled by the mouse, and it's not the best that I've ever seen. Just making sure that I'm not going further than the watermark is here. Then we have zones, and I'm going to do commercial. And I do not want it to be filled, so we'll go over here and we'll select a different size. And I'm going to cut it off to about here. I do have a bit more room that I could work with there, but that's fine. I'm going to go down to the small size and get this plot, which is actually D-zoning. Just because of my OCD, I want this to be as even as possible. And while we're still on the small brush, we need this one to be blue, and these two to be green. And it's a weird kind of start to the city, but we will be like filling this in with roads and making like little districts and whatnot. I want it to be as connected as possible, but obviously like I had to start making some money before that was possible. I'm still very much losing money. In fact, I'm losing money at about $1,273 a day at the moment. Or at least I think that's per day. I haven't quite figured out how the money system works yet. Looking at, this is the economy button, basically lets me see where the economy is at, see if I have any money, which I don't, I'm in the negative, and what my expenses are, and it like budgets it out for me and everything. And I haven't unlocked like loans or anything like that yet, so I can't really do much. So basically what I'm going to do down here is I'm going to accelerate time and let these guys kind of take up residence and file in, and hopefully we can start making some money. If we don't, I might have to restart, because I might have tried to get too ambitious here. I might have tried to have made the city a little too big right in the beginning. Should have made just a couple lanes instead of doing this big old giant scheme here. Because as you can see, like, I'm pretty far into the negative. But hopefully we can fix that. Hopefully it's not like permanently fucked. Population's going up, and population like happiness is pretty good right now. We got a big old smiley face down here, so that's pretty great. I'm happy about that. And with population rise comes the money. Our expenses aren't quite as heavy now. Down here it'll tell you like what you need. At the moment it looks like we need some more industrial, but they also haven't like filled in the industrial areas yet, so I gotta kind of just wait for that to play itself out. Plus I don't have any money at all. Like, as I've mentioned, I'm in the negative pretty hard here, so I couldn't really build roads even if I wanted to, which I do. I do want to build more roads, because I want to like make lanes here and start connecting them. I feel like I did get a little too ambitious with this road situation that I got going on for myself here, but it is kind of too late to fix it. I could get some money back by tearing down this giant road here. Take that too far. I might have. Look at their zones. Nope. Killed it off right at the perfect spot. It doesn't seem to have got me much money, though. We're almost in the green. A few more houses being built and we'll start making profit. There we go. We're starting to make profit now. Now we just gotta make back all the profit that we lost, and then we can start like building stuff like residential and industrial. Seems to be our biggest needs right now is actually industry, which is surprising. It was like the one thing that I really did not need last time I played this. And I'm sorry, if you get too high, you like start hearing the clouds real bad because you know you're up in the clouds or whatever. We did get our first little milestone. This is what I was talking about. We reached a population of 500, and because of that, we can now raise taxes, get loans, which I have not messed with taxes at all. We can do healthcare and education and garbage, which I will do all of that when I have money. Oh, well, I did get some money because of the milestone itself. So I will extend this road and then immediately like bring it back to here and connect it with that. We're gonna go with zoning. This is all I need the big one. That's not what I wanted. Yes, this is what I wanted. Fill. Make this all industrial. And the first thing that I want to do is get the garbage situation kind of taken care of. Like when you slap it on a road, it shows you everywhere that it's going to affect. Unfortunately, it's not going to reach these streets down here, which is kind of where we need it to reach. So I will have to build another one of these, which I really didn't want to do this early on. But we still got the area. Nobody's moved in down here, so that's okay. We can have 2 landfills. It's all right. We had the money to kind of take care of that. The next thing I want to do is start building a lot more roads before construction really kind of takes off here. That seems crooked. I don't like that. Shouldn't be crooked. I went straight with it, but I guess that's just the land kind of modifying itself. Do I have water through there? I do not. See, that's another thing. Like, you gotta constantly be watching to make sure that everything is all hunky-dory. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, I don't have the money to do this quite yet, but luckily only a few people have moved in here. Unfortunately, that's all business. I have not zoned any of this area yet, so nobody's going to move in there on me. I just need to kind of wait until I have money, which I'm going to do a little bit of a fast forward here for, just because I need to make this money as soon as possible. As soon as this turns green, I'll place it down, and then we can rezone this area. It'll be good. Made about 1260, so it's gonna be a little bit of a wait here. See if I can fast forward it all the way there. I would like to just straight up connect to here, but then we kind of have to wait double the time, which I guess, you know, it isn't that bad. I guess we can just wait. I am gonna circle around though to make sure that I can connect to this. We're almost there, almost out, and there we go. Now everybody in that area has water. The next problem we're gonna have is the whole power situation. They're gonna need more power very soon. Which is, you know, that's going to cost me quite a bit, but at the moment we can hopefully build roads. I think I have enough for that. Alright, I don't have enough for that, but I will soon. Okay, now that we have that, we'll plant that down, and what we need right now is residential, so I will just make this all residential. And apparently I forgot to fill this back in. Oh no, that's our landfill. That's why that's not filled in. Which makes sense. You want your landfills to be away from your residential areas as much as possible. Obviously, you know, because they stink and they're bad decor and whatnot. Got another milestone. This city is actually moving way faster than my last episode anyway, so I guess it was kind of a good thing. It led to basically like 2 sleepless days for me and trying to like completely edit that video, trying to get it to work, trying to put it up for you guys. But at least we're getting we got some stuff down now. We kind of know what we're doing. We get the firehouse and the police station. I'm purposely not putting these things in yet, because your city needs to be like real connected for them to actually do much for you. If your city's not real well connected, then it kind of sucks, to be honest. Like it doesn't really help you out a whole lot if you don't start connecting your city up. Okay, I can't do that because of the windmill. I just want these to be as connected as possible down in this area. I did not mean for this to be residential. That is a problem I need to fix. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of some population for that. Which is never good. Population's basically where you earn most of your money. But you gotta kind of sacrifice sometimes. Like, it is what it is. And then we'll make the rest of this over here industry. And then we can make this residential. And I will have to go in and fix these 2 squares down here. I did see that. Okay, 1 square, I guess. Alright, I have to dezone it. Sometimes this can be a little annoying, but for the most part, it's alright. And then, same thing over here. Get rid of that. Make it commercial. Alright, and like I said, power is going to be an issue soon, so I want to get ahead of it and just start putting power down as much as possible, connecting it all up to the grid. This one's not really part of the grid just yet, but it will be because we're going to go that way. I know that we have new services. Trust me, we're going to work on it. We're going to get there. We're going to get the healthcare and everything. It's gonna be all good. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about getting our city all connected and built up. Now, I'm not going to zone any of this because I have no water running through there yet. Basically, just want to build stuff as I get the money. I'm going to try to connect everything first, destroy as little as possible. Actually, I guess I could probably extend this down. That's gonna cost us quite a bit. This can go all the way to here. So we can go ahead and hyper fast forward here. Kind of zoom out so I can kind of watch this city. Make sure there's no problems that I didn't foresee happening. They should have enough power, especially with the rain going. I just signed a petition to build a school. Yeah, okay. I get it. You guys want schools. And I'm sure that is a huge problem. But we gotta deal with things as they come. Alright, now the next problem, the next thing I want to take care of, I guess, is the whole water situation. Bring that over. Bring it to the middle, bring this all the way down here, and then as soon as we have the money, connect it up down here. That way this whole area is covered. I'm fully aware Why isn't the local government doing anything to stop the fires? Because your local government is trying to set things up for you in advance. And they still kind of want some more industrial, so, or not industrial, residential. So we'll fill this area, and then I need my large brush and my D zone. We'll go ahead and take care of that right now. And get our commercial going. Hey, we got a new milestone. I actually didn't... Well, yeah, this is the last milestone that I made in the last video. So, within like a fifth of the time, we've already made it up. I've never used canals. I built like 2 parks in the last video, and that was really it. And it didn't really seem to do much, to be honest. We will, of course, deal with that when it comes, but for right now, I'm not too worried about it. Again, I want to kind of get everything kind of just like ready to go first, and then we will deal with everything else that follows. Like, we'll get all the services and whatnot. Kind of putting them off at the moment, which is kind of leading to some bad stuff happening in the city. Like, there's a few people sick right now because I can't do anything about it because I don't have a hospital. Actually, I want this all to be industrial now that I think about it. And that might be good, might be bad, because I don't need that much industrial. Your biggest things are your residential, from what I've found. But again, like, I want to connect the city up with everybody before I really worry about too much of this stuff. Alright, now we'll get back to zoning. I want you to be commercial. You to be residential. And you can make your different districts in this game as well. I have not bothered to even start messing with that quite yet. Yes, I get it. I have buildings unlocked. I understand. Don't need to tell me about that. Citizens are sick. Okay. Let's get a healthcare in here. Get a hospital, and now that we have a lot of this place connected, it's going to cover more of the area than it would have before. That covers almost everybody, just that one hospital, which is great. Hopefully I can get this more connected, and it'll cover more of the area. But for now, that's going to kind of stop a lot of stuff. We got some crime problems going on as well. And I have the money to put down a police station, so I'm going to. And that'll cover most of our area. Again, not all of it, but a good chunk. We also need firehouse, but I do not have the money to build that at the moment. We need a fire department because we do have how many residents? What's the problem here? Low density residential building. Okay, so there's no problem there. You're just bitching about nothing. I don't know what's going on down here. I think it might be burglary. But our cop should be covering this. I guess it's just barely not covering down here. Alright, let's go ahead and keep building roads. Hopefully, if I connect this to this, that'll give the police a road to act on. Yes, it did. This building down here is still kind of a problem. That was a problem in my last build as well. There is a corner, like, down in this area where nothing was just ever good. Like, it was always all bad. I don't know what canals do. I guess they would stop a flood, but I'm not super worried about a flood. It's not something that I have seen happen yet. Forgot what I was doing now. Okay, so we have 360 kids for elementary school that are available, and about 537 for high school. I can't afford either of them right now. But an elementary school, I think, has a capacity of like 300. Yeah, it has a capacity of 300, so I already need more than one elementary school. But a high school has a capacity of 1,000. So that'll be good for us, you know, when we have the money. I did build a couple elementary schools in the last episode, and I built one high school. But I also played this game for like a 2-hour session. Alright. Things are going decent. I forgot to zone. That's what I was doing. I got so busy talking, forgot what I was doing. Want this industrial down here. It looks like we're starting to get a little bit of a need for a commercial, which I will work on next. But I want to continue down here. Finds that trees and sound buried, but yeah, whatever. Bitching about the noise now. Find that they're always complaining about something. Something is always not up to their standards, very much like real life. Always gotta have something to complain about. Build this road here. Kinda had to destroy some homes for that, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, we'll build that there. Build this road. Okay, so we can't build the road there, so it's gonna be a little further out. Okay, even more further out. And that is the one downside of using these windmills. They take up space, and you can't connect your city quite as well. Get that going. This up, throw another side street here, and then we're gonna make water first. Make sure that they have water before I do anything else. Alright, now that they have water, that's all taken care of. I'm probably gonna have to start looking at my, I don't want to do this. I don't want to use the move the ground thing. Power. I'm actually doing fine on power, which is pretty surprising, to be honest. I wasn't expecting to be doing okay on power. Alright, we'll make this a very much like a community kind of center here. Little area. I don't want quite that much. D-zone, large brush. Basically, this be like a little mall center here. When is our city going to build a school of its own? I'm working on it, man. Then we'll make this all residential. And I'm just going to leave that unzoned for the moment, because I don't need that much industry. I just don't. I will eventually, just not right now. Low happiness. I do not have low happiness. They're actually pretty decently happy. I can't afford a school. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not taking out a loan. I could raise your taxes, but I have a feeling you don't want that. Let's go ahead and look at power. We're doing pretty decent on power, but I want to keep it that way. So I probably will save up, buy one more wind farm, and then I will go ahead and like save up for like a school and stuff. Probably actually should save up for a school now, but because I have all this new area and they're filling it up, like that power is going to start draining real quick. and I do still have room down here, so that's where I'm going to put this. As soon as I have the money for it, which is getting real close, so I'm not going to bother like trying to speed it up. We'll just wait it out. And as soon as I have the money for this, I'll go ahead and end the episode. Alright, so that's done. Power situation should be okay for a little while. And yeah, this is our little town so far, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know I was talking you know, a little fast and trying to get stuff done real quick right from the get-go, and that's just mostly because I don't want this problem that was happening with my recording software to keep happening, and I wanted to get into the meat and kind of get what this game's about, like, real quick, kind of to replace what I had lost yesterday. So if you guys like this episode, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, please hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have a good one. Bye.